How the devil are we all? Bloody rain! Bollocks! Bring back that sunshine. I miss the sunshine. But there you go, that's the way the cookie crumbles in the British weather. But anyway, moving on. I had every intention last week to share a daft story of mine. But to be perfectly honest, the week just flew past. One minute it was Monday, the next minute it was Sunday. And I was like, what the hell? Sometimes that happens. The week just flies by and other times it drags. But I have to say, the dragging week doesn't really happen that often. But anyway, time just flew past. But I'm here again to tell you of a story. And a lot of my friends bang on about this story. And they go, Kez, you got to tell that story. It's hilarious. And I said, it's hilarious, is it? Oh, right, you wasn't there. I experienced it. Yes, this experience, as you all know, I like to travel the world. See places, go here and there. Well, on this particular experience and this particular trip, it definitely took a U-turn. It unfolded in an unexpected way that I never thought would. So, me and Corinne, my friend Corinne, used to work with at Waitrose. I love her. She is hilarious. And I hope you're well, Corinne. She, over a cup of coffee while I was making for some customers, she said to me, Kez, I have never tried snowboarding. I said, I could show you a little bit if we ever get the opportunity. She said, you're off this weekend? I said, yes, I am. She said, let's go. And I said, where can we go? The season's closing. She said, no, there's a huge indoor place in France. And I said, I don't like France. But I'm willing to go to France for a bit of snowboarding. Because I like it. You know what I mean? I like it. She said, yeah, let's go over there. And I said, all right then, let's do it. So on the Thursday, she booked the Eurotunnel, booked a hotel, and by Jove, we were off. After work on the Friday, she met me, because she said she could drive, and I said, I don't fancy driving on the left side or the right side, no, the left. They drive on the left, we drive on the right. I don't know, it's bollocks of that. So I said, all right then, so we jumped on the Eurotunnel, my first time. That was strange, because I thought I'd feel like I was going downhill, but I didn't. I just felt like I was going straight. And I was under the sea. Anyway, we popped up in France, the other end. And we got on the motorway, and it was about, it was about 10 o'clock at night, so it'd been a long day. And she said to me, any idea what the speed limit is on their motorways? I said, I haven't got a clue. And with that reaction, right as I finished my sentence, right, there was a flash. And there was no other bugger on this motorway, so it was definitely us. And I said, Corinne, we're going to find out. So that was the great start of it all. So we got ourselves fined within 5 minutes of being in France. And as we was travelling along, and I said, oh, look at that. There's a sign for Paris. She said, well, we ain't going quite near Paris. We're going a bit further in. I said, fair enough. We were fine. Anyway, she had the sat-nav all set up whilst we was on the Eurotunnel to where we were staying in France. And we were going along. We was about 3 hours into this trip. And we'd been nattering. And it was, it was getting on to 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. And every so often, I kept, you see signs, and I can't read them for toffee because they're obviously in French. But then I started seeing signs for like Berlin and Luxembourg, and I thought, well, strange, but you never know. You could be seeing signs like that. So we kept going, and then alarmingly, I looked at the next sign on this motorway, and I saw Luxembourg was 89 miles away. Berlin was 125 or something like that. And I thought, staying quiet, and a little bit like, what the fucking hell is going on here? I casually said to Corinne, Corinne, I must say something. She went, what's that? And I said, why am I seeing signs for Luxembourg and Berlin? She said, I've been thinking that. I said, because I'm a little bit concerned now. So she pulled over where all these lorries were, and she said, Jesus Christ, Kerry, look at all the number plates. I said, what about the number plates? She said, they're all in German. I said, are they? She said, yeah. So she did a bit of Googling, but we didn't have much internet. I used to pay for my internet back then, and I had hardly no internet. Her phone was literally dying. And we Googled where we was, and we discovered, to our bit of a surprise, that we were on the outskirts of Germany. We were heading towards Luxembourg. And I thought, for the love of Jesus Christ and Mary of Joseph, what on earth are we doing in fucking Germany when we meant to be in friggin' France? She said, I don't know. And we had a bit of a meltdown at 2 in the morning. We had that much of a meltdown that people were getting out their lorries. So Corinne was scared shitless that they were going to come and rape us or kidnappers or some shit like that. And she sped off so fast that we looked like we were on a hit and run. And I said, Corinne, calm down. She said, what the hell are we doing? I says, I don't know, but let's just, clearly the sat-nav, you've put the address in for some place in Germany. And I hear you ask, why on earth did we not hit any of the passport controls? Well, apparently we were on the outskirts, you see, we was on the outskirts. So anyway, I said, look, we got to trust the sat-nav because we haven't got a frigging clue what the hell to do now. So we stuck with the sat-nav. And within 4 hours later, we saw a sign, welcome to France. So we had literally spent 5 minutes in France. And we realised when we got to the hotel that we were staying at, that we had travelled through Belgium, Brussels, and into Germany and back into France. We'd gone on the right outside. We'd gone right around the friggin' Rican. But we didn't know that. We didn't know that, you see. We thought we was in France the entire time. We bastards said, good job we didn't stop off and say bonjour. So we had a bit of a meltdown and we was a bit, worried there for a bit because we was in the completely wrong country. We was meant to be in France and we was in Germany. So I can safely say I've been to Germany without him realising. But when we got to our hotel, bear in mind now, it's like 5 o'clock in the morning. This little Frenchman came out and, they're just angry. And he was going, you have a zeal, or whatever he's freaking saying in French. And I was saying, what's lost? What's lost in French? Basically, we got lost. We ain't telling him we ended up in Germany. You know what I'm saying? But we were just going to say we got lost. Well, luckily, Corinne had a bit of savvy with the old lingo. I can just say bonjour and au revoir. So we tried to explain to this man that we got lost. He wasn't having any of it. Anyway, he calmed himself down and he showed us to our room. And he cleared off. And as we got into the room, we put our card in, get the electric up and all that shit. We had no lights, nothing, no electric, bugger all. So I said to Corinne, I says, we can't be in here with no bloody lights or anything, or can't watch no TV. Well, what's the point of watching TV? It's in French. And she said, I ain't going down there. I said, well, I ain't going down there. Anyway, I braved it. I went down there to get this little Frenchman to say that we got no electric. He said, you see, the card is here, the card. You can't put the card. I said, we put the card in. We've put the card in, but there's no electric. There's no electric. This is, it's 5:30 in the morning now. And I said, we've had a long trip. Can you just come up? Can you just please? So I went up in this little lift with this little Frenchman. I'm not saying hardly nothing because we got nothing to say, really, to be honest. And he came in and he tried it and it didn't work. So we had to shimmy out of there and go into another room. Eventually, we got our heads down. And then we woke up in the morning, right? We woke up in the morning and we realised we had, neither of us brought any toothpaste, soap or anything like that. We had a tiny, tiny soap like that from the hotel. Tiny, teeny weeny. And no toothpaste. And Corinne thought, well, I've got an idea. She said, I've got to brush my teeth because, when it just feels shattered, it's like someone's come and shat in your gob overnight. So she thought it'd be a right idea to try and brush our teeth with soap. Now, literally, the phrase, wash your mouth out with soap, it was literally what we did. I have to say, it tasted vile, but it did the trick. My mouth felt fresher. But I don't recommend it, right? I don't recommend it. Anyway, the trip went off soundly. And we had a fantastic time. And we managed to get home to the right country. And all was well. And so when I cut, we was planning on not telling anybody the fact that when we went over to France, that we didn't end up in another country or anything like that. We was just going to stick to the story that we got there fine. But me, knowing me, I just come out and say, well, we went to the wrong country, didn't we? And then, of course, they went, what? And then I ended up telling the story. So anyway, that's enough of me rambling about my trip to / France, Germany, Belgium, Brussels. I had a lovely time, thank you. And enjoyed my snowboarding. But I don't think I'll be going back there, to be honest with you. I'll stick for the minute for the mainland, the United Kingdom. But anyway, I hope everyone's okay. And I look forward to seeing everybody soon. And I really, really, really would like a hug of all my friends and family. My mother. But luckily I have Rusty here. He's like a cuddly teddy bear. He's asleep, see. Let me just show you. Oh, let me just show you quickly. He's asleep, see. Fast asleep. We've been for walkers. But anyway, that's enough for me. I hope all is well. And take care. and stay alert.